Well. This is Kate Wambugu, the apple farmer, and where we do Wambugu apple. This is Laikipia East in Wamula location, Biomereria sub-location. This is a semi-arid farm where we have done Wambugu apple, and now I've come again after 3 years to bring you back where we took a video in 2018, and now this is 2021. Welcome to Wambugu farm, and take you through the progress in the farm and enjoy as we walk together and we eat together. Welcome. Let me have one fruit as we start off. We have done a good research in Kenya and even from other countries. And like Kenya, we import 4,000 kilos per week from South Africa. And that is why we are insisting people to do the apple farming. Having a good example in Wambugu apple farm in Laikipia, which is a semi-arid, we insist that the apple we have is doing well in every climate. So this is why we are insisting that we can do apple in Kenya, in other countries. I will be going through the countries that we have done. So if this one can be doing this well in Laikipia, then your farm can, because this is semi-arid. There are those people who are in the rainous lands and all that. So you have no reason not to do the Wambugu apple. The Wambugu apple, you mature within 9 months. Within 9 months is a tree of around 3 foot or 90 centimeters, and it will be giving you around 40 or 50 fruits the first year. So the first flowers will be at 9 months. Those are the flowers showing you the sign of a fruit. Then after 3 months, the fruit will be ready for eating. So that's why this is wonderful for even those people who want to do commercial, those who want to have like 2 or 10 or even 100 trees where you can feed your family with the fruit. So within a year, we are talking that you're going to eat. So first year, you'll be having 40 or 50 fruits, depending on the feeding that you're going to give the plant. So then from there, it will increase time by time. And as I said the last time I took a video and I took you some stages, so this fruit tree will be fruiting throughout the year. Throughout the year meaning, once they start fruiting at 9 months, when you're eating the fruits at 1 year, you have other fruit flowers and small sizes of fruit like these ones coming or already forming for your other harvest. So when you finish harvesting this is already ready for eating and harvest, then you can have this size. This one is for next. So you have stages that are coming up, so there's no time that you ever lack a fruit. So from 1 year to the second year, let's say the second year, and this tree will be giving you more than 500 fruits. So the third year, you now go up to 700 until you get 5 years where this tree will be giving you over 2,000 fruits, one tree. So imagine you have 100 trees. And within the 3 months, the 5 years, from 9 months, you have sowed. And 1 kg have around 9 to 10 fruits. So if you have a tree giving you 100 fruits, you divide by 9, or let's divide by 10. So that means you have 10 kgs. 10 kgs, 1 kg, we sell at 400 Kenya shillings or $4 per kg. So you multiply your 10, multiply by $4. That means it's $400. So is it not a good business? Not even business, even for your family. This plant, when we give you the plant, normally it's around after grafting, is around 4 months. So as soon as you take it to your farm, let it be there as you feed it for 9 months. So don't just when you see the flower, because it can even flower at 2 months, 1 month, 7 months. So, but this plant cannot hold that much fruit. So let it be at 9 months. When it gets to 9 months, that one you can be able to let it go, because already it has built some muscles to hold the fruits. So now I'll talk about the plant that we sell at after grafting, because our trees are grafted, they're hybrid. That's why they are giving you fruits early. And also, they have a lifespan of over 100 years. And this brings me to one point. Don't plant Wambugu apple at a rental farm, or maybe you hire a farm, or you get a farm, you rent. No, you don't do that, because this tree will be there over 100 years. What if the owner thinks of taking back his or her farm after seeing the production that is there? Imagine our land, this one, that the owner would say, no, Wambugu, now keep off. I need my land back. So where will you do? So you go to 01 to start again. So make sure that you are planting at your farm, not a rental farm. So make sure you own the farm, so that if this one will go to generations of your kids. You are not doing this only for you, but this one generation will benefit from this. So make sure it's your farm, because you can do any other thing. Like us, we have to intercrop with the beans, and this one you have done beans because of mulching. So now one tree at the 4 months we sell at is always like 1.5 or 2 feet plant. Is a plant like this. So it's already a established seedling. So we sell one seedling at $10, or Kenya shilling 1,000, or euros we sell at €8. So that's the cost. So let's go to the production, or we do a bit of calculation. So you bought this tree at $10. Then after 9, it gives you 40 fruits. 40 fruits. One 1 kg we agreed is around 9 or 10 pieces. So let's go to 10 on the lower side, because 10 pieces. 10 pieces and you have 40. So meaning that is 4 kg. 1 kg we sell at $4. So $4 multiplied by 4, that is $16. So already the first year, your cost that you bought the tree is recovered. So let me take you to 1 year. No, the second year. The second year, this tree will be giving you around 200 fruits, depending on the cost, depending on the care that you have given the plant. So let's say they give you the 200 fruits at the end of the second year. So 200 you divide by 10. Those are 20 kgs. 20 kgs multiply with the lowest we have ever sold at $3. So that is around $600. I guess my calculations are okay. So $600, then all the cost of your production is covered, because $600 and you bought this tree $1. Let's say other costs that have been in between is around $100. So the second year, this tree, you have covered all the cost. Meaning, at the over 100 years, when you are, I would not say you are dead, but you are somehow retired, because you can also do this as a retirement program. So after you've retired, your kids of kids of kids of kids are enjoying the same. So you're not only doing this for your own, but you're also doing for your kids. So it's an investment that you need to do it, and do it imagining that it's not for your own benefit, but for your kids of kids of kids, because over 100 years. So make sure whatever you're doing first, you consider the generations to come. So once you retire, you do this at your age, especially like now my father, who is Peter Wambugu, who did this. We are enjoying the same, because what we found him doing, we saw is a profitable thing, because apple is not in Kenya. Actually, I'm doing an awareness that apple is doing in Kenya. Even Kenya, they didn't know that there are apples in here. So he didn't know this. So when we grew up, we found apple doing well. So we decided to improve the same. And that's why we have done all this. So I'll touch on the pests, I'll touch on the diseases, I'll touch on also with other challenges that we have, because everything has some challenges, and I want to touch on the challenges so that when you're coming into this business or into this farming, you know what it takes. So I'll touch on the pest. One, on these diseases, sorry. This plant is disease resistance. That is one, and that is an advantage on it. So there's no disease that will come and affect apple and die. No, it's a disease resistance. So that one is covered. Then we come on the pest. So the pest that we experience here is, but though we don't experience so much, is when we used to do veggies. So the pests that are affecting the veggies, they start affecting the leaves of the apples. So we decided not to do those things that will make this affect. But still there are some flies, there are white flies that would affect the apples. So what we did, because we are doing organic, we took some chili. In Nigeria, they call them pepe. And also here we call them hot chili. Whichever name you're using, is that hot, a very, very hot chili. I think I will get or African bad eye chili. So that's what we use. You smash it, and then you soak it for maybe like 3 hours or a day. Then the following day you put it in a pump of 20 pump a pump. Then you spray the whole plant. So all the pests will die. So that's the good thing with controlling the pest. So the other big challenge I have is people. And people are good because they are created by God, and also the birds. So you need to fence your farm, like we have done on our farm, because you don't want people to be stealing your fruits, because that have been our challenge, a big challenge. So we will make sure that your farm is fenced well to avoid even the goats eating, because also goats. Saliva is very, very, very dangerous on the plant. Once they eat the apple, there's one apple I will show you around that was very long time ago, like a near, that was eaten by is it a canoe or a goat from a neighboring before we fenced. Even you can't even see this farm unless you get into this gate. Until now, the plant is dormant because of the saliva. So avoid the goats or cows coming into this farm or to your farm. Make sure you fence. So the other thing is birds. Hey, the birds are challenged, but you are trying to since this place is not that forest, you know, those farms that have a lot of trees, so we don't experience much birds. But the farm back in Nyeri, the pioneer of this farm, we experience a lot of birds, but we have done the shade net there. But still here we want to do shade net to even add, add quality. It adds also quality of the fruit. So like this fruit I'm holding here, sorry, this side is red because these are red apple. This side is red, but when you turn it around, you find that this one is a goldish or greenish. It's not yet ready. Reason why? This side has been facing the sun. That means it's enjoying more than the other side. So we found that after our research, we found that if you are able, if you are doing this for commercial, unless those people will just want for family consumption, but those people who are doing commercial, think of later on, after you plant, maybe after 3 years, you do the shade net. It's not very expensive. Here in Kenya, we have Amilan. We also have Afrodip. They also do the good shade net. So you can do, they are not expensive, is around $100. So $100 per one shade net. And it's 100 feet by 4 meters. So you find a farm like this one, you know, our own is bigger. We do like 10 shade nets. One is $100. So I think you can fence your, you can do the shade net. So you put away some big insects that will come to affect. The other thing, you put off the birds, they cannot come in. Then the other thing, and the quality of the fruit, you improve the quality of the fruits. So I'll talk about the market we have. Here in Kenya, this one we do organic. So when we do organic, they don't mind about the shape, We don't, only sizes we put into cartons when we export to Netherlands. We put them in sizes. So every fruit is this size. We pack it in a carton, in a separate carton. So the bigger, like this one is big, you put it in a separate carton. So it will be marked. This one is size 32. This one is size 28. This one is size 34. That way. But they don't mind about the size because they know this one is organic. This is organic fruit. So let me take you back about solving the issue of also pest. So we also do something called biological traps. So this one also help because you're not using chemicals. So whatever you are not, maybe the chili is not solving on your farm, you use biological traps in your farm. It's a trap that you hang on the tree. It will attract the male, any male insect, and then it will kill. That means the female insect which is there, after it dies, there will be no reproduction. So you have solved that completely. Because yes, for the reproduction that the insects are multiplying, they are multiplying because now the male is fertilizing the female. So that one you're solved. So let's go organic, and that's why I'm giving you some of these solutions on your apples if you find such things. So now I'll go to the different areas that we have done Wambugu apple. I'll mention some countries because some people have been asking, Kate, can apple do in Caribbean? Can apple do in Ukraine? Can apple do in Philippines? I have them. I know they'll be watching and they will comment there. So we have done in India. They're doing well. We have done in Philippines. We have done in Ukraine. The other day we did Mozambique. And now the Zimbabwe, where I show a video, is still there on my YouTube. And by the way, my YouTube is Kate Apple Farmer. You subscribe and you'll be seeing some videos. You never know your country. I'm going around the whole world where we planted the Wambugu apple. I've been going there. I went to Zimbabwe. I went to Botswana. I've gone to Nigeria. So now subscribe so that every time you just see, I'll be writing a country which I'm going, then you never know. You see me in your country and you invite me into your farm and I'll be able to check. So, and Africa, that one is Africa, you know, we have done this, Uganda, Tanzania, Gabon. No, the Gabon is in Botswana. So those ones we have done and I have gone there. The videos are there. So we have, recently we did India. And recently we also did Philippines, as I said. Then we have done US. Last time we did Ohio's and it's doing well. So this time we did US, like 4 states in US. So these one have been doing well. It does well in every climate. That's a good thing with this apple. Doesn't matter that you have this soil, red soil. Like now people believe that the black soil, cotton, can't do well. And this is the apple doing so well. So it doesn't matter. You only need that care. And one thing I will say, when you plant this apple, you don't plant and go. We don't do the phone farming. No, you need to follow up the ground. What are the things? Have you done the manure? Like these ones, you see the hole you have made around. This is to enable the manure and also to retain the water. So that's why we have done the big surrounding and we add manure. And that's why you can see the fruits are doing so well. So make sure when you take this one, give it the best you can. Then you get the best results. So make sure that every time you are doing Wambugu, every time you call me and tell me, send me some seedlings to whatever country you are, even here in Kenya, because we have done every part of Kenya. We have done Kisumu, we have done Mombasa, we have done Meru, we have done Kirinyaga, we have done everywhere. They know. Even Bugoma, we have done. So make sure you give it total care. Because if you don't do, then you not get such a result we are getting here. We are dedicated to this. And if you're doing it for commercial, then you need to be visiting your farm now and then. Because management of this apple is not that much. It's so easy because it's just watering and make sure you have someone in the farm. And then he will be making sure that watering is done maybe after a week, 2 times in a week. And you have this, and that's why we have, this fruit has a lot of water. it's juicy because the watering have been successful. And also the manure now, the manure comes in where the fruit will be big. You'll not be getting some tiny apples in your farm. So make sure you give it the best care that you can. To show you how to pluck an apple. You don't just come and pluck the apple, but you need to twist. You twist it, you twist it, you twist it, you twist the apple until you get it like this. And make sure this one is not off. What do we call this? The handle, this one is not out. Because the life shelf of this apple, if you make sure, you know the plucking, the stalk will make it have a longer life shelf. This apple, the moment I have plucked it like this, I can have it a whole week or 2 weeks without, what do we call it, without softening and all that. And this fruit is very crunchy and so sweet. I don't know how I can explain this, but it's so sweet and so crunchy. And I hope my cameraman will hear my crunchy when I'm taking the fruit. And I always say, you enjoy, no, I eat, you swallow. So I want to show you even the saliva is almost coming out because of the sweetness I know I'm going to experience. So my cameraman, I know you hear my crunchy for my other person to hear it. So enjoy as I... And the fruit is normally white. This one, the whiteness, can last even for 3 days. It will not turn brown. That's the sweetness I'm having. I know you're enjoying it. So now, it's so sweet. And so crunchy. It's organic. I just plucked and eating. To show you we don't spray chemicals. Because I know if I take it with some chemicals, it will affect my health. So that one is show you that we don't use any chemicals. So for Wambugu apple you have it in your country. Normally, like now I've gone to Nigeria, Zimbabwe, I was there last week. Nigeria, the other week I was there. Ghana, Cameroon, Botswana, this is Africa. So if you need Wambugu apple, maybe you can have a group of farmers around. Then you form a group and maybe you also add me. Then we discuss. Because mostly we have been sending seedlings to other countries through UPS or DHL. But I have been experiencing a challenge, which I want to solve also. Sometimes I said to a country like Ghana, that's the last time the one that I can remember, and also Botswana. And I have experienced some challenges on sending. Even in India, I know the Indian people this one client in India. UPS might take, these are plant, because of plane, these are natural things. The plane might delay because of this COVID, but maybe after COVID, things will come back well. But for the sake of this time, if you can make it, make sure that you form a group. The challenge that I'm talking about, maybe someone will order some trees maybe from India or from Ghana, then I'll maybe 200 seedlings, then I'll put them together. And we don't seed with soil. That's the governmental obligation. You can't take Kenyan soil to other country. Even in your country, you can't bring in your soil. So I need to wash to remove the leaves. So this tree is very delicate. It needs to take not more than a week without the delivery is done. So me, I have done my part. I've packed to UPS or DHL and then the tree to take to your country. Then what if the plane, it has happened, the delay of the trees, it affects the trees. Some trees will arrive to you when they are dead. So to avoid this, that's why I've been taking a plane and go into the country. And of course, this one, there must be a substantial order for it to cater for the flight, because I don't charge delivering to other countries as long as there are several farmers who have come together, and then I come and train them and show them how to do it, how to plant, and then I'll leave things, because I'll take a flight today, tomorrow I'm in your country. So those 2 days, that one cannot affect the trees. So if you know that, or maybe the people want to do commercial and maybe you need 500 trees or even 1,000 trees, so that one I'll just take a flight in Nairobi, then to your country. So that one will take 1 day or 2 days. Then I'm in your country. So that means that plant is still intact. Then I'll take you through a training. Maybe you are farmers who want to do, preach it in your place. Then have several farmers who want 100, 200. Then you bring it together. Then I'll definitely come to your country. And I don't charge, by the way. I don't, because it's a preaching that you are taking to the whole. It's a gospel we are taking to the world. Actually, when God created people, he took her to the farm. And let me tell you, apple is one of the, what do we call it, a classic fruit around, even in the Eden farm. So this one is a good venture, even in your body and in your family. So make sure that you come together, and from then you just give me a call. I pack, then come to your country, then you plant. That way, I'll be comfortable knowing that Philippines have done, Ukraine have done it. So I'll be comfortable, even my mind will be settled. That's what I'm doing in Zimbabwe. But there's Zimbabwe, you're the best. Thank you so much. You have formed groups. I've come to Bulawayo, over 100 people. I've come to Ghana. I have come to Nigeria. Like Zimbabwe, it's doing wonderful. I've gone to Harare. They formed Mashingo. We had the groups there. We have the Gweru. We have them as groups. They formed groups. When I arrived in Harare, I attend on the Harare people, then I moved to Bulawayo. So that one have made it so successful in Zimbabwe. And actually it's fruiting so well. There's a video down there which is doing so well. So this one I'm preaching to other countries. Uganda, you can bring yourself together with other farmers. Then I come all the way. And then I train you people. I take you through. Maybe I show you how to plant it. And then we move on. So please take an initiative on doing so. So this is the apple. As you can see, you see this flowering. This one is coming for the next harvest. So this plant you enjoy from the time of planting, you only need to boost it up to 9 months. From there, stages, as you can see, this one is very small. We have this one, which is almost to be harvested. And now we have this, what I'm eating. I will not stop eating.
Njĩtagwo Samuel Kago, mũikari wa gũkũ kũndũ gwĩtagwo Laikipia, na rĩu ngwendaga nĩgetha fundithanie ũhoro wa mũhandĩre wa matunda maya, nĩgetha tuone kĩambĩrĩria kuma mũthenya wa mbere nginya mũtĩ ũyũ ũrĩ wa mĩaka 3. Kuma mũtĩ ũyũ wahanda, preparation yayo ĩkoragwo ĩrĩ wĩra mũhũthũ mũno, nĩ gũkorwo ndibataraga wĩra mũritũ atĩ ũkũremwo nĩ kũruta. Wahanda mũtĩ waku, kuma rĩu mũtĩ nginya harĩa ũgũthondeka kabĩcĩni gaku nĩ ũndũ wa maĩ, tuoyaga futi 1 kuma mũtĩ nginya harĩa ũrenda kwambĩrĩria kwenja kamũtaro gaku nĩgetha wongerere thumu na nĩgetha mũtĩ ũcio ũthiĩ na mbere na kuongerera maciaro maku. Ũguo kĩrĩa twĩkaga nĩ wenja ũkwenja mũtaro wa futi 2, ũthiũrũrũke wothe raundi. Wona wa ũthiũrũrũka wothe raundi, wĩkĩre thumu waku, ũcoke ũtukanie. Waũtukania ũcokie o mũtaro-inĩ ũcio. Ũcoke ũthondeke ka molding kega ka inji ta 10. Kuma molding gũthiĩ harĩ mũtĩ gakorwo karĩ ka inji 10 sako. Haya, rĩu warĩkia ũguo, nĩ ũkũhota kũmenya atĩ mũtĩ ũyũ ndwendaga gũkorwo ũrĩ na ria hau gĩtina-inĩ, na wakerĩ ndwendaga gũkorwo ũkĩaga maĩ harĩa gĩtina-inĩ. Nĩkĩo mboco ĩno tũhandĩte, nĩgetha mboco ĩno ĩna ũteithio maita maingĩ. Uteithio wa mbere nĩ gũkorwo atĩ mboco ĩkorwo na nitrogen, na nĩkĩo tũmĩhandaga nĩgetha okorwo mũtĩ ũcio maĩ rĩrĩa gũtaraura mbura nĩ ĩrĩ nitrogen yayo naturally, no tondũ ti hĩndĩ ciothe gũkoragwo kwĩna mbura, ũkaga ũkoya maĩ maku rĩrĩa ũraitĩrĩria mũtĩ ũcio, either nĩ drip irrigation kana nĩ manual ũgũitĩrĩria ũguo, mũtĩ ũyũ nĩ ũhotaga gũthondekera mũtĩ ũcio nitrogen, na nĩgetha mũtĩ ũcio nĩ wabatara nitrogen nyingĩ nĩ gũkorwo nĩ ũraciara matunda maingĩ mũno. So nĩ tũrabatara gũkorwo ũgĩkĩra nitrogen ũkĩmĩongerera, na ta ũrĩa tũkoragwo tũĩ ũhoro wa mboco, mboco nĩ yeheragia bacteria o ciothe cingĩkuhĩrĩria mũtĩ ũyũ, tondũ tũrenda tũkũrie mũtĩ ũyũ ũrĩ organic. Ũguo tũtiendaga ũrĩa haha gwĩkĩrwo fertilizer, wa mbere tũtiĩkagĩra fertilizer, twĩkagĩra thumu, na thumu ũcio twĩkagĩra nĩ wa gũtũma kĩrĩa gĩothe ũrahanda hau, okorwo nĩ mboco yaku ĩgakũra na ĩkagitĩra tĩri. Koguo kĩndũ kĩa mbere nĩ nitrogen, ya kerĩ nĩ gwĩkĩra mulching. Wekĩra mulching ya mboco ĩyo, hĩndĩ ĩrĩa yakinya ĩrĩ ya wiki ya gatatũ ĩkoragwo ĩhumbĩrĩte hau hothe thĩ. So koguo evaporation, maĩ gũthiĩ na rĩera na kana riũa, mũtĩ ũcio nduonaga rĩera harĩa gĩtina-inĩ, nĩgetha mũtĩ ũcio gũtikagĩe na mwatũka ũkũgĩa ho, hagĩe na ũrugarĩ ũrathiĩ gũkinyĩra mĩrita. Hau nĩho tũavoidaga mũno nĩgetha mũtĩ ũcio ũkũre na njĩra ĩrĩa yagĩrĩire. Wa gatatũ, mboco ĩno ĩkoragwo ĩgĩteithia, nĩ yongagĩrĩra thumu kana thumu kana mahuti macio maraitĩka, tondũ mboco ĩgĩkauga nĩ gũkũra nĩ ĩthiaga ĩgĩitaga mahuti na thĩ. Ũguo mahuti macio maraitĩka makoragwo marĩ ma bata mũno, tondũ hĩndĩ ĩyo ĩngĩ ũkĩharĩria mũgũnda nĩgetha ũhande mboco, mboco ĩno ĩikaraga mĩeri 2.5 ũkagetha. Ũguo kĩhinda kĩu kĩa mĩeri 2.5 nĩgetha ũkaharĩria mũthenya ũcio ũngĩ ũharĩrie nĩgetha ũcokie mboco, ũgacoka mahuti macio ũtukanie na tĩri macio maitĩkire na matuĩke ma gũteithia mũtĩ. Koguo nĩ ũrongerera thumu, nĩ ũrongerera nitrogen na mulching yaku nĩ njega. Nĩ gũkorwo atĩ rĩa mbere wambaga gwĩkĩra mwaka wa mbere kuma wahanda mũtĩ ũyũ, nĩgetha ũkinyie mwaka, wambaga gwĩkĩra maragara momũ kana mahuti momũ marĩa momĩte, ũkamaiga hau gĩtina-inĩ nĩgetha mũtĩ ũyũ wambe wambate igũrũ gũtarĩ kĩndũ kĩraũhumbĩra, tondũ nĩ tũrenda kamũtĩ karĩa tũkarere nginya gakinye mwaka. Gakinyia mwaka nĩho kambagĩrĩria gũciara, na tondũ ũgũkorwo ũrĩ wa buti kuma 10, kuma buti 8 na 7 hau ũguo, ĩkoragwo ĩrĩ na height ya buti kuma 7, 6.5 hau ũguo. Koguo nĩ ũkoragwo umĩte harĩa area ya mboco, tondũ mboco ona ndĩambataga mũno igũrũ. No kĩrĩa tũavoidaga nĩ kũhanda mboco ĩratamba, tondũ mboco ĩratamba tũtiendaga ũtambĩrĩre gũkũ igũrũ, na ũngĩrora mboco ĩyo ũrĩa ĩhana ndĩngĩtamba mũtĩ ũcio kana ĩtuĩke nĩ ya disturb mũtĩ. Tũrenda o ũteithie harĩa gĩtina-inĩ. Ũguo nĩ ingĩenda tũthiĩ na mbere na gũ practice. Wa gatatũ, mboco ĩyo ĩkoragwo ĩrĩ irio, koguo mboco ĩrĩa ũkaruta haha onawe nĩgetha mwĩrĩ waku ũgĩe na hinya, mboco ĩyo nĩ ĩgagũteithia nĩ ũkamĩgetha na nĩ ĩgakũrũgamĩrĩra nĩgetha kamũira ũhandĩte ĩyo ĩngĩ nĩ ũgũkorwo ũkĩrĩa ĩno. Koguo ngwendaga gũtarĩria ũhoro wa ũrĩa mũtĩ ũcio ũmaintainagwo, na hĩndĩ ĩrĩa ũrahe mũtĩ ũyũ maĩ ũbataraga maita merĩ harĩ kiumia. Wiki ĩmwe ũgabanga thikũ 2, okorwo nĩ Monday ũkahe Monday na Friday, Monday na Friday, nĩgetha mũtĩ ũcio hĩndĩ ciothe ũgaikaraga ũrĩ mũhehere nĩ maĩ. Mimi naitwa Wambugu Kago. Majina ingine nilipewa kwa ajili ya hii kazi, naitwa Wambugu Apple, na apple yangu ndio hii. Mnaona kwa shamba inasaa kuliko kahawa na inasaa kuliko kile kitu, hata avocado. Hakuna kuzaga avocado hajasaa namna hii. Na hii tunda yenyewe ukiona hivi kwa macho yako, hii tunda ni tamu kama zari ya nyuki. Ukikula hivi, na sasa ukichakula usiseme ati ni tunda ya kufanya ukule tu. Hii tunda inajulikana inaponyeja magonjwa 50. Hii tunda ukikula kila siku inajulikana huwezi kwenda kwa daktari. Kwa ajili ukienda kwa hospitali, matunda ndio hii haionekani hii. Tunda ile mnakula ya South Africa. Lakini hii ina shida hata inasaa kuliko South Africa ama nchi nyingine, kwa ajili tunda yangu ilijulikana dunia mzima. Ati ilishida ikipimwa wakati moja ilipelekwa laboratory ile ripoti ilitoka kwa hiyo mashini, ilijulikana tunda yangu ilishinda dunia. Kwa ajili hii tunda yangu nilitoa kwa msitu type 2. Na rafiki wawili walienda, mmoja wake alienda South Africa na mwingine akaenda Israel. Akaniuliza kama wanikujie na miti. Nami ile miti nilitoa kwa msitu ilikuwa ya maumau. Maumau wale walikuwa wanapigania nchi. Ndio walitoa kwa mzungu wakati wa 1950. Wakapeleka kwa msitu ili mzungu akipiga mzungu aende asiharibu hiyo miti walikuwa wanapenda. Walichukua wakavicha kwa mahali walikuwa wanakaa wapigane bara na mzungu. Ndio walificha hiyo miti, wakapanda huko, nami nikizunguka nilipewa order ya Mount Kenya Safari Club. Enyewe hiyo tunda ilikuwa haina ladha kama ya tunda, kwa ajili ilikuwa ladha kama ya disipishi. Lakini wakati nilizunguka dunia ama nilizunguka mahali yetu wote, ama Laikipia ama kwingine Kinagobu na kwingine nilikuta hakuna tunda kama hii yangu. Inasaidia dunia, si Kenya. Kenya naomba wapande, wasipitwe ni wale watu wa ng'ambo. Kwa ajili wale watu wa ng'ambo, Amerika, Nigeria, Botswana, mahali popote, hiyo nchi ya nje inapenda hii miti yangu. Sasa naomba Kenya yenyewe ifikirie hii matunda tutapanda namna gani, ili tusaidie vijana yetu ama wazee wale wakogwe, kwa ajili wakipanda karibu na nyumba. Hapa pengine niliongea watu wakinunua manyungu ile wananunua ya maua, watupe maua, waachane na maua. Hiyo manyungu wawekee hii ipo, ukishapanda itasaidia wewe, kwa ajili utakata ukipanda usifanye iende juu, ukate iwe 5 feet 2 ama feet 3, utakulia matunda hapo.
This plant is a dwarf plant. Even if you plant in your farm or in your rental place, it will be just dwarf. You just enjoy the fruit. And they start from down here. Where is it? Oh, it fell down. Oh my goodness. So it starts fruiting from, let me show you this. You see? All this hanging. So it starts from here all the way on top. This one is around, how many feet? 6 or 7. So you're able to pluck the fruit. So the yield is the same. We have the tall one, the tall Wambugu apple. So the yield is the same, the dwarf. It's only the dwarf will bring the fruits down. You harvest from this point up to the top. So the other top tree will harvest from the top. The other thing, we don't do pruning to apple if you're feeding it well. If you're not, then it will mean you reduce the branch, the numbers of the branches in your tree. But if you're feeding it well, you don't need to prune. If you're pruning this, meaning there are some fruits here that will be there that you have eliminated. So be dedicated to this apple. Love it as we always do. Make sure that you feed it so well. Then all other things like pruning and all that we don't do, because one branch, there's some plants there, one branch has almost 100 or 50 fruits. Meaning when you pluck off this, you're losing money, you're losing fruits. So make sure you feed it well. You don't need to prune.